Hello. So supposedly we're able to actually create data segments in LLVMs. So we're going to check that. Someone sent me an email saying we can do this. Set section. Change the section for this global. Does this have to exist already? Should I ask ChatGPT how do I use it? Dude, documentation is so bad. That's here we go. AI answer. Here's an example demonstrating use of set section. All right. New global variable, great. Set section, blah, blah, blah. Let's try it. Let's try it. What's our favorite way of looking at data section? Hold on, let me get chat. I use dump bin for this, but like, oh, dude, I reset my frickin' router. Oh shit. I haven't configured it. All right, we're going to read chat on the main computer because I got no Wi-Fi's. Um, so yeah. So we use dump bin, but dump bin has the most ununderstandable options ever. Like, dump bin options. Headers. What does headers do? All right, let's try it. R data, reloc, TLS, rept line data. Okay. So that's what we want. So if we're going to make a cowabunga, we have an underscore R data here happening. I don't know why there's an underscore R data and a dot R data. Let's see, does anyone call this? Literally nobody. Okay, so we're going to go set section dot cowabung, right? Right? Is that, do we get 8 letters? I think we only get 7 after the dot. Cowabun. It'll be like bun. The thing that all the kids use. Whatever the fuck that is. Grabbing a snack. Be right back. Okay. What to do? If you have $100 billion, nobody cares if you're bald. Look at Jeff Bezos. Also, you have to work out. Oh, I forgot to get rid of the V2s. Let me do that for a second. Those are deprecated. Side undo UI. All right. Remove the V2 directives which are deprecated. Boom. Okay. Dump in headers. Run tree. Soco debug.exe pipe more. R data text. Data. P data. R under relook. We don't have a cowabun section. That's 7 characters. So my mouse didn't charge enough. Bruh. I think actual working out is not going to make you more bald. Like the hair that I lost, I've had very stable hair since I was in college. I lost hair like in frickin' college, and it was because my amount of testosterone was just like so far off the charts it wasn't even funny, I think. Just from being that age or something. But um like that's way, way beyond what you would get from having some more muscle from a workout or something. Like the reason people, go bald from like so-called being muscle men kind of things is because they take roids. And because you take roids as a shot, right? It's not like a constant low intensity flow of stuff. It's like boom, bust, boom, bust, boom, bust. And so the levels are actually very high when you take the shot. Is there an easy way to make a function argument mutable? If it's a small value, it's automatically mutable. If it's a large value, you copy it. Yeah. We might add a little directive later that makes it auto copy, but you could copy it right now. Anything else planned to work on? We're trying to make set what's it called? The compiler function that creates a data segment. Compiler add data segment. Just add data segment. So this doesn't do anything on LLVM right now. And supposedly you can do it. So we're going to make that work. And then I've got some secret things I want to do, probably off stream, about data segments. Secret things. Okay. So why? Let's go back and look at our AI answer. They just set section with a name. So here's what's very fishy about this. They don't, they never set the properties of the section in any way. Right? So like if this creates something called my custom text section, how does LLVM know it's a text section? How, if these names are too long for Windows, are they going to get aliased to the same name? Like, can anyone tell me what the fuck this does? What the fuck is outs? Ladies and gentlemen, AI code. Uh-oh, I should have gone to thinking mode before asking this. We're not in thinking. It's the way I'm prompting it, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Is there a dark mode on ChatGPT? Ah, what what dark mode? You can call set section. LVM will choose the MC section. The properties come from LVM's section kind, which is inferred from the thing you're placing there. That's retarded. Okay. Why is LLVM so bad? At G equals common global I. The fuck am I supposed to do with this? I am using the C++ API, not IR. How do I ensure the symbol has non-common linkage? Click the profile button. Where are we? Profile, but that's not. Oh, here? Settings. Personalization. Where's the dark mode? There we go. Okay, now we're in business. Use a real linkage and give the global an initializer. Minimal pattern, non-common. New global variable, set section, set alignment. Let's try that. I mean, we've already got data for it, so I don't know what this set initializer would be doing. I'm trying to think. Wait, do we even? So we're doing this symbol name thing, but I wonder if we're doing something later to override this. That would be my guess. Because it's not like I've audited what happens to this thing through the path. There's no cowabun. Let's shorten it. Cowabun is probably fine. We'll shorten it to .cowa. Okay, so we make these and we put these in data segment records, and let's just see what happens to those. So here we add them. That's it. What? Let's just try for all of these. Because maybe it's doing something weird. We're going to set section cowa 2. Where do we put the... Okay, we're not actually assigning the data here. Are we? Where are we putting the data in there? Okay, wait. So why do we have the other things? If this is what sets the data, what's the other thing doing? Oh, guys, I know. Okay, this is what's so confusing about LLVM. Okay, I bet this is for... Oh, this is primary module. What? Oh, wait, no, this is the new thing. Okay. Yes. So this is secondary module. Yeah, okay. I'll explain to you guys what's happening. This is, basically, this is retarded. So the way that you parallelize things in LLVM is that you literally pretend like you're a C file making different .o files. And then if they want to refer to each other's data, you have to have like external linkage to the other data. And so these are not creating the actual sections. And maybe we can rename this to make this more clear. I'm always a fan of that. Anytime I get confused by what I'm looking at, rename the variable. This isn't creating the sections. This is creating references to the sections in the primary module, because that's the only way that we can talk about them is through the linker, because LLVM is primo rico suave. Okay. Is there a way to tell if a string is from the constants pool? So, I was thinking about building something like that but I don't know a good way to do it necessarily. So the thing is, right, often you would like to be able to assign a string either to dynamic memory or a constant and just say, if it's a constant, don't free it, right? Like that would be cool. In Windows as it stands, you could do that probably. If we fix this, depending on where the string lives, actually. The point being, you want it to be efficient to ask if it's in a constant section or not. I thought about doing really crazy stuff like negative string lengths means it's a constant or something, but I didn't want to curse people with having to deal with that. The thing is, the question is, are you guaranteed that check can be cheap on all operating systems? And the answer is probably no. Okay. So this is not creating them. This is creating them. And now we are creating the Kawa section. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for the full Kawa bun. I believe. It's like Parappa. You gotta believe. I believe in Kawa bun. Maybe I don't believe in Kawa bun. What's going on? Let's do this. Make section part 0. Has anyone done this before? Why is it so annoying? Yeah, so about the strings as constant things, it's definitely something I've thought about a few times. It's just there's never been a super obvious answer to how to do it in a reality-based way. Oh! Guys, I was doing this on the wrong executable. We're building Soco debug, not Soco. Still doesn't matter though, I guess. Why? What's going... Guys, if the fucking LLVM API were create section, give me back a data structure for the section, fail if that fails, then I would know what the hell's going on. But because it's like magic, just call set section with a string, I have no idea what's going on. And I feel like I'm programming in OpenGL right now. Am I religious? It depends what you mean by that. Does anyone have a suggestion? This is the thing I absolutely fucking hate about programming. Aha. This might be cucking us. If we're picking internal linkage, then it would be getting stripped out when we create the executable. Still no Kawa. Guys, this is awful. Oh, there's also this. We could also look at the sections in the intermediate object files. to help determine this. Still no Kawa sections. Microsoft never heard of Cowabunga-oriented programming. Okay. So is this where our .build goes? No. Aha. Let's just narrow it down to these. So this is going to be generated by the x64 backend. But these, dude, I've got binaries from 3 years ago. So I don't remember. I guess 0 is the main one, and 1, 2, 3 are the friendly ones, especially because that has all the data. So let's do this. Dump bin headers soco debug 0 w3.obj. Oh, maybe the summary doesn't have all the things. Maybe I got antsy and just looked at the bottom. Wait, why do we have 20 million R data sections? Is this how .ho files work? Text data BSS, X data, R data, R data, R data, R data, R data. This just doesn't seem that good, if I'm being honest. There's no Kawa section. There's a bunch of R datas. It just seems wrong. You want to see how Claude Code would do on this? There's literally no hope. So like this is a float of like 1.0 or something. This is a problem because I really do need this to get created because, yeah. The worst Claude could do is also not make it work? No. No, 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 no. It could do much, much worse than that. We all know human programmers with negative value add. You can filter by a section name. Well, but I can just search in Emacs as well, right? Why are there so many R datas? Okay, I'm just going to send an email to Raphael and ask him about this. Oh, I'm in the wrong output.txt now. Yeah, well, there's no Kawa section. Well, maybe that's programming for tonight, guys. Because if I can't do this, I can't do the other stuff that I wanted to do. Lame. I hate this. This is why I made my own programming language. So I wouldn't have to deal with this kind of thing, but you still have to do it sometimes. I don't know, guys. Is it just putting global into a different section? Yeah, it's putting it somewhere else because the program runs, right? Like anytime you make things magical like this, they don't work. Like that's just it's just how it is. Let me see how the light map baker's doing back here. So I set up a new light map baker machine, which is the offline process that is doing all this cool stuff to do the lighting. And of course, it's a new machine. So it ran the game and it was locked on Windows pop-up dialog. Do you want to allow apps on your local network to find this program? It's the year 2025. Why is this happening? Why can't I just run a program without the operating system stopping everything and saying, hey, maybe somebody on your local network wants to find this program? It's so stupid. Like, okay, first of all, work groups are such trash that nobody ever uses them unless they absolutely have to. Okay. So, like, there's that. But then, like, why do you do this? All right. Anyway, now it's running. Okay, well, I think my strategy is going to be to email Raphael about this. Someone enabled work groups. Yeah. I mean, imagine if Microsoft hadn't screwed up file sharing so bad that like nobody ever used it for decades, right? And then Dropbox comes along because there's no other way to share files. To be fair, Unix also messed up file sharing really bad. So, what do you want? how is how is file sharing on Linux in 2025? Because it was on older Unixes it was terrible all the time. You still don't know an easy way for your brother and you to share a file across the network when you're on the same network. It's easier to email it. Uh, yeah, or just carry a USB stick everywhere, right? Why should you be able to send data over a network, dude? I think Max probably at least had solved this for a while. But given how bad macOS is now, I'm not surprised if it's redegenerated. SCP. SCP. So you have to know the host name of someone else on your network to share files. I guess it's better than nothing. And you have to have an account and a password on that machine that you know from the other machine. All right, guys, this is going to have been a short stream because I'm going to consult Raphael about this because he probably tried something. And so I just want to query into what he tried. See y'all later. Bye bye.